Okay.
Hi, everybody. I am Jan Hicks with Jan Hicks Creates. Oh my God, it is 9:33. It has been
Quite a day.
an amazing weekend.
Good.
An amazing weekend. And Jen Spooneroony Stitcher has joined me for my last video of the weekend
Hello.
to talk.
Sure.
She says she's nervous.
I am nervous.
They all say they're nervous.
I am.
But we're just sitting here chatting.
We are chatting.
At least we've started.
Sure.
She won't marry me.
No.
So, because I have cats.
Because you have cats. That is true.
So I'm here with Jen Spooneroony Stitcher.
Hello.
Who has been an integral part of this weekend.
Yes.
And she's going to show us some of her goodies. Now, Jen, of course, because she has been a worker bee this weekend,
I have.
hasn't had any time to stitch.
No, and that's okay.
She did have some things on the brag tables,
I did.
so we're going to do that. But
We are.
first, we're going to talk a little bit.
Okay.
Do you need a drink or two to loosen up a bit?
Oh no, drink or two put me on the floor.
Yeah, me too.
We're fine.
At this
This is
point,
good
too.
because the peoples.
The peoples.
The peoples.
So,
Yes.
what's your favorite thing about StitchCon?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I really like the fact that we've gotten all these people from all over the country in the same room at the same time, and they all have relationships with each other. And from my perspective, it's really weird to see you're supposed to be in Hawaii.
I'm sorry.
And no. I mean, you're supposed to be in Hawaii.
My place is
And,
Hawaii.
For instance, Lynette from Homesteading on the Homefront and Little One, they're supposed to be on the East Coast.
Right.
You're not
right.
supposed to be
so
here.
to have those all here.
Yes. It's a little strange and
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
But then it's probably weird for you guys too because you don't have any idea who any of us are.
Right. Right. In fact, every single person I've interviewed has said to me at one point or the other, "It must be very weird for you
It
because I know everything about you. I know your boys. I know where they live. I know where you live. I watched you choose your home. I know your cats. I know that your cat is a diabetic. I know that he's pooping on the rug." You know nothing about
We
me.
know it gets hot in the loft.
It
you know,
gets very hot in the loft.
all the things. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, it is a little bit, but it's also amazing to actually meet face to face all these people.
And 400 people.
400 people.
That's a lot.
So when did it get real for you that this was happening? Now you were at last year's, of course.
I was
You
by
didn't-
accident.
Okay.
By
okay.
accident. What happened was, if I can tell that
Please.
story, I've said this a couple of times already this weekend, but last year they had closed, or they had opened up the open stitch at Keepsakes at the shop. And I had asked Barbara, I'm not coming to StitchCon. Is it okay if I just kind of swing by the shop and just stitch? And she said, sure. Well, because it was their first year, they didn't know how big it was going to be and whatnot. And I got pressed into service. And that's how that started.
At the store? You
At
were
the shop.
helping at the
Yes,
shop,
I was at the shop. And then Barbara figured out what was going on and said, I want you to come over after the shop closes, and I want you to just come and bring your stitch bag and do whatever it is you need to do. And then, so about 6 weeks after that, they had a StitchCon meeting wrap up, and Barbara had said, I really want you to come and give us your opinions on stuff that happened at the shop, your perspective and all that stuff. Is there anything we can work on? And I said, sure. And so I went, and she said, by the way, you're on the committee now.
Oh. Surprise.
And I went, okay. But it's been really wonderful to watch it all come together, and it's been so much fun from behind the scenes. And
I can imagine after all the work and all the planning to see it come together
And
really come together with, from what I can tell on the outside,
right,
no hitches or very few, very minor.
that's the whole idea.
Yes.
But that's the beauty of Barbara. None
She's
of us, we didn't do any of the work. We did what Barbara asked of us because she's got it all. She's been doing this for a long time,
Yeah.
and she's
You can tell.
excellent at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she gets so excited
yeah.
about it. So
It's been magnificent.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And everybody out there now knows it's
Yes.
been magnificent. So Jen, tell me, when did you start stitching?
I started stitching on a regular basis probably about 2016.
Okay.
My mom and my son took an extended trip to California to visit my brother, and I had to stay home and work, and I was bored. And so I actually started with a punch needle kit from Walmart.
Did you?
Yes, and then after many injuries, I said I don't want to do that anymore. So I went and just bought Ada and stuff at Walmart, and that's how I started. And then I learned about keepsakes from a gal when I was still on Facebook. A gal, there was a cross-stitch subgroup in the subgroup in the subgroup, and somehow I wandered in there, and she said, "Where do you live?" And I said, "Cincinnati." And she said, "Do you know what keepsakes is?" And I went, "No." And I walked in, and I figured out where it was, and I walked in, and I went, "Oh my God."
There's stores like this?
I had no idea. I didn't know what overdyed floss was. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of the things, and they welcomed me with open arms, and now I can't stop.
Yeah, the rest is history, as they say. What type of things do you prefer to stitch?
I really am surprised about the stuff that I like. I'll go through a Quaker phase where I want all the Quaker things, and then I'll go through a phase where I want all the heartstring samplery things, and then I'll go through a phase where I want, those old-timey patterns that nobody can find anymore.
I think you're one of the few people who hasn't told me today that I prefer Halloween.
I hate Halloween.
I know. Are you sure you won't marry me?
I can't marry you, Jan. There are laws. I don't think Mike would like it.
Well, we have an extra bedroom.
Hey, I'll move to Hawaii. That's no problem. Guys, move into Hawaii.
Your heart away.
I like Halloween. I can appreciate Halloween. I don't want to stitch Halloween.
Yeah.
I like Thanksgiving. I like pumpkins. I don't like pumpkins with faces on them.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing.
I have no interest in stitching Halloween.
None.
I think it's one of the stupidest holidays. I'm sorry,
But
people. I'm sorry.
There's candy involved. It's all good.
And it's because my son he would still be going out trick-or-treating. My younger one, who's 21, I know you guys all know that. Everybody knows that. He would still be going out trick-or-treating.
Okay.
And I get it.
There's candy.
What's not to love about being handed candy?
For literally doing nothing but
you're just going door to door begging for candy.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm
not that I didn't do that every year until I was in high school, and my mother said to me, "Jan, you're too old to go trick or treating." So
I'm just not a fan of it. I can appreciate it, like Mirabilias.
Yeah.
Love them.
Pretty.
Think they're pretty. Not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
And those are just they don't fit my decor. They don't fit in with who I am. Not to mention, once you get into an RV, you don't have a whole lot of wall space. Come on. What do you do with the Mirabilia?
You just roll them up on the roller and then just change them out.
Is that well?
On the little roller. Sure.
Okay. So what did you bring to show us today?
I brought two things that were really easy for me to get to in my home. This is, and I keep meaning to send a photo to Beth Twist in my head. This is Cross Stitch Nation.
Very pretty.
It is on 25 count over 1 on Vintage Stormy something
so pretty.
or other.
I don't have my glasses out, so it's hard to see, but you know what a fan I am of over 1. And that is beautiful.
I didn't realize I was going to do it over 1 until I got started and went, I don't think this is right.
Oh, really?
And I changed all the colors, and I had to audition some different
I thought the colors were
stuff.
different, yeah.
And it's all sorts of different things. And actually, much to Helen D. East Coast Crafters
dismay.
She had a great dismay. She had a great suggestion to make this young lady have a mohawk, and I tried, Helen. I really tried, and it just didn't work out. So she got pink hair instead.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
So what fabric did you say this is?
I think this is Vintage Stormy Night. It's that printed stuff.
Oh, right. So it's only on one side.
It's only on one side, and I managed to get it on the correct side without.
That's always a good start.
Messing it up.
Very good.
So
I'm
pretty excited about
Very
that.
pretty.
It turned out a lot. I didn't realize how teeny tiny that was going to wind up being, but I really like it.
It's really sweet.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
What else do we have?
This one is a stitch along that I did with Amy of Amy Loves Toads. Hello, Amy. I wish you were here.
I know.
This is the Frog Motto by Annie B's Folk Art, and I changed all the colors, and she's not really that green. She looks kind of green right there.
Oh, she does.
She's not really that green, I don't think. But so I changed all the colors, and I did this on that stuff you get from the stuff in the tube, the 28 count linen that you get at the big box stores.
Yeah, the MCG craft stuff.
No, this was Charles Craft, because this was after that whole debacle.
Okay.
So, and then I did it on, I finished it myself, which I've never done before. It's on one of those my back. I'm showing you my backside, guys.
Is it a canvas?
It's a canvas.
Oh, okay.
And I just stapled it on.
That's brilliant.
This stuff was really too white for me, so I just knocked it in some tea.
Oh, the fabric.
The background of the fabric was too white. And so this is foam core and some sort of trim, and I'm not exactly sure what else.
Nice.
But there's all kinds of personalizations in this.
Very nice.
So that's the only things that I brought with me, and I put them on the brag table, and
very good.
That was the end of that.
So you're gonna come next year?
If Barbara wants me back. And rest assured, I'm not taking Lenny's job. I'm not taking Stephanie's job away from them. They're fully gainfully employed. I just had a ball, and we have a really good team.
I was going to say, did you enjoy it as much as we did?
I hope so. Well, I enjoyed being at the shop, and the Stitchy bus pulling up, and
everybody coming out,
and
yep.
I told him we got to get some sort of notification system, because me hollering up the stairs that the Stitchy bus is here is not
letting everybody know.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. So we need like a ship spell or something. Yeah. So somebody, one of you guys, write that down on the list that we got going.
Yep. For next year.
So I hope everybody had a good time.
I would say 99.9% of the people did.
Good. And the amount of people that this was their first retreat. Did you see all that?
Oh yeah.
Lots of people.
Lots of people. It was amazing. Hopefully not the last.
I hope not.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
I appreciate this. Give me a hug. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
Guys, I am out for StitchCon. Tomorrow I get on the plane back to Phoenix, and then the next day back to Hawaii. And I am ready, I think. I'm not looking forward to the plane ride, and I'm not looking forward to jet lag, but...
Yeah, it's more difficult going the other way, isn't it?
Different people have, or it's difficult for different people different ways. I've always found going west is harder.
It's harder.
Yeah. This is going to be brutal.
I'm sorry.
I have blue pills to take.
But you're here with us now, and you got to come, and that's...
And I'm doing it all.
Good.
Because who knows when I'll be back.
Good.
Hopefully next year, but you don't
Anytime.
know.
You're welcome at Keepsakes. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I'm going to guess that Barbara would welcome you back at any time. I shouldn't speak for Barbara. Sorry.
We can only hope.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.